What did you saw into the mirror?
Oh, I cheer you up. Mom?
Look at Nell! But for now, she just saw them, so maybe they're gonna be the only ones who are gonna die into the house.
I think I do need help.
Ah!
I think I need your help. I'm not me right now. I can't seem to find me. All those colors, they're all gone now.
You're just into the dark?
I'm scared. Do you think there's something wrong?
I think that the house entered into your head and that's it. It went too far.
There'll be more of them. For saying
But you're never gonna go. The house doesn't want you to go.
Kids. And look how I think that. You still haven't said how long you'll be gone.
You what?
No, Mom.
Away? I'm lost. She's gonna come back. I mean, she's not gonna go.
Can Abigail spend the night while you're gone? I said it was okay. She can have my bed.
Sciencey.
She's encouraging him to have Abigail entering into the house. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Abigail, for me, she's the deadliest daughter. What about that?
It's not possible. She's fine.
You're not with her.
She's making margaritas.
Liar.
No, you have your hands full.
Yes, you lied. You came back during the night? I'm wondering about that. Why did she come back? To kill them during the night, all of them? Shirley woke up her dad because she saw her mom. You saw your mom, Shirley.
No. What are you doing here? I thought you were at Aunt Janet's. I just missed you all so much. Are you dreaming too?
Mm-mm.
Kids think they're mummies and then they don't. Okay.
No, she's gonna wake up her dad and she's right to do that because you're fucking scary. You want to take the tea into the red room.
Oh, honey, what are you doing? I'm sorry.
Abigail!
We were actually about to have a surprise tea party.
Tea party?
I know.
Of course she loves that. She's so fucking creepy. Yes, the red room.
You have the key.
You are the key.
That's it. And then the dad came. You're having a nightmare about Liv?
Thought you said Mom was at Aunt Janet's.
She is.
Nope.
I just saw her in the kitchen and she was being really weird.
How do you take your tea?
I want to see the room, you know, with real eyes, not with Olivia's eyes.
That's what this is all about, actually. Making sure everyone's safe. Always safe.
Always into the house. Yes, you wanted to kill them for them being always into this house.
Fine.
Abigail, she drank
So happy.
some of it. She drank some of it. She died into it. Into the house.
Really bad dream.
Them growing up and being adults.
I'm waking us all up.
You're killing them all. She died into the house, Abigail.
Just having a nightmare. Just a moment and everything will.
She was alive and you killed her.
Drink your tea. What are you doing?
That's what we saw. That violent move. Clara didn't want her daughter to go into the house during the night because of that. All night, and she's dead.
It's Abigail in the window. She's okay. She's in the window.
She's a ghost. Hurry, please, save your kid.
Get up. Stephen, get up.
Steve, he was the last one.
Who wants to take him away from you?
She lies.
The granny ghost?
Lies. That one. She's a liar.
She's insane.
I told you.
Eyes closed.
He's driving them into the dark. He's killing them.
No. You're all alone into the house. I understand what Poppy is saying, you know, she's predicting what is gonna happen to the kids, but they're not going into the dark. I'm not believing into that, you know, I understand what she's saying and why she's saying that. You really killed Abigail? The Dudleys? When are they gonna know that? That's it, she's a ghost. Because of you. But she was not before.
Are you awake now?
No! We know how she died. Her brain being crushed like that. What happened?
He's killing them. I want to wake up
You want to die?
and find those little bugs safe in their beds.
When your life is so bad, you think that killing yourself is gonna help you to wake up, you know, to have a beautiful and better life? No. I don't like this message, you know, because it's against all of my principles and values.
This is it.
When you discovered it,
It's gonna be a long summer.
Well, you was one in the summer. Are you coming?
It's all you.
Gee, thanks.
You guys go on without me.
How could we?
I'm still processing everything that happened during this episode. We saw what happened into the house during that night, but we didn't see the moment when you came back and found his wife like that. Did he see ghosts, you know, when he came back also? Did he see something else? I mean, we're still missing a part of that night into the past, no? But we saw most of it. We saw all of Olivia's point of view and all of what she lived into that house. The house was really entering into her head, into her mind, was really messing with her mind. The house, and Poppy really played with her, with telling her that for having her kids safe, you know, cancelling all of what was gonna happen to them, she had to wake them up, and by waking them up, I mean killing them, in fact, like to avoid to have them being adults and dying. She had to kill them when they were young, and they could have been forever young. And her, she's killing herself because she wants to wake up, and by waking up it's like not having this life anymore and being forever happy into that house. I'm not sure that I'm liking this message, you know. You have to kill yourself to be in a better life. No, for sure no. So I can't be okay with what Olivia did at the end of this episode. I can't be okay with what Poppy is saying about killing children to avoid that they're gonna be adults and after that being dead. No, for sure no. And I'm more on Granny's side, you know, right there, like please don't listen to Poppy, she's the insane one. But I can understand what she's saying, I can understand her reasons, I can understand also Olivia's reasons, but I can't agree with that, with what she's doing, what she tried to do to her kids and what she did at the end to herself. I can't be okay and agree with that. No, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. It's against my principles and my values in life. But the show is really doing that great, you know, is really making you question about that, is really asking you things about your principles and your values and about what you could have done if you would have been her, you know. So that's really interesting. I'm really shocked about Abigail, you know. She was alive. She was not a ghost. Luke was not seeing a ghost. He was really seeing Abigail. And Abigail is the Dudley's daughter that Clara really wanted to protect by telling her to not approach the house. But of course, when you're saying that to a kid, that kid is gonna want to go into the house, you know. So the first night that Abigail spent into the house, she was killed by Olivia into it. How the Dudley reacted, you know, after that, I want to see that. But Abigail is now dead and into the house. But you know, I thought that she was a ghost before that when Luke met her because she was wearing old clothes, so I'm still disturbed by that, you know. Maybe sometimes, you know, Luke was with the Abigail's ghost when it was into the house, and maybe sometimes he was with the real Abigail when it was outside of the house, maybe something like that. We'll see. That's my theory for now for Abigail. That night it was the real Abigail who died into the house. But he didn't do anything? I mean, when he saw that kid dying into the house, he didn't do anything? I'm disturbed, but yes, I'm thinking of that from now. I'm thinking of that about Abigail. The actress who is playing Olivia is really great. All of her feelings, really, I can feel, you know, her feelings, why she did that, and yes, I can understand it without being okay with that. That was, I don't know how to say it, that was an interesting episode. It was not horrific like I thought it could be, you know. Of course we saw ghosts, of course we saw horrible stuff, but not horrific stuff. That's great, I love that, you know, but I was not expecting that. When it was really more an episode about the psychology of Olivia, you know, what happened into her mind, with what she saw into the house, it was really more psychologic, you know, for an episode, not really horrific. Maybe the next one, the last one, is gonna be more horrific. I'm not wishing for having horrific episodes, not at all, but I'm surprised, you know. But really, it's just confirming me that this show is okay, an horrific show, but much more a psychologic show, you know, about characters having crazy stuff happening to them, but also crazy stuff into their minds and dealing with that. I don't know how to say it in another way in English, sorry. So for sure, Nell and Luke died into the house also, like the mom, but the mom didn't see any of the rest of the siblings dying into it, so that's why I'm still having hope that maybe they're not gonna die into it. I'm not sure of that. I'm like, we just have one season, you know, for this show, for this storyline, so I'm almost expecting all of them to die into the next episode, because also Nell saw all of her siblings, you know, during her hallucination. She saw all of her siblings as adults into the house, so I really think that they are all gonna die into the house. That was really an interesting episode. It gave me a lot of things to think about. He asked, you know, to the viewers a lot of questions about what could you have done if you were into Olivia's position and all of that, and also into Hugh's position. So that was really interesting, and it gave also a lot of answers about all of what happened. But after this episode, I don't know how I'm feeling. I'm really like disturbed by it, you know. Also maybe because of the message at the end with the mom killing herself to wake up and to not have a life which is a nightmare, you know. Really, I'm against that, so maybe that's why I'm so disturbed and I'm so like not okay with what happened and how I'm feeling also. You know that I'm honest with you, so I'm not gonna lie about how I'm feeling right now at the end of this episode. It was a really great episode, well done, well filmed, well written. We had answers into it, we had informations and explanations about what happened into the house. We had really horrific stuff, but also psychological stuff. That was really interesting, but it really disturbed me because I'm not okay with all of the message, you know, that the characters said. I'm not saying that the writers wanted to say that with the show, but I'm saying that the characters said messages that I'm against with. That's not the same, you know, because I'm not sure that the writers wanted to say that. I'm almost sure that the writers wanted to say that what the characters, and I mean by that what Olivia is doing, was wrong. I'm like that after this episode. Not because of the episode on itself, which was really great, but because of some things and message that were into it. Tell me, how did you feel after that episode? How did you feel during this episode? I want to know that, if I'm the only one who is reacting like that, you know, after it. Okay, I'm gonna stop right now. I'm gonna take a little break to eat and then I'm gonna come back for the episode 10. It's gonna be on another day for you and it may be what? Less than 1 hour for me? So it's all for the Haunting of Hill House for you and for me for now. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.